Hi, this is Amy Anderson from the Lufkin Early College High School, and today I'll be walking you through the pre-assessment activity for TSI. Through this pre-assessment activity, you'll learn what is the TSI, what's a passing score on the TSI, what's on the test, what happens when you finish the test, as well as resources, course options, and sample questions. So first, let's discuss what is the TSI. The TSI stands for Texas Success Initiative. Your score on the TSI shows colleges which classes you're ready to take. It will be separated into two tests, the English Language Arts and Reading and the Mathematics test. If you fail to pass the TSI, it can result in you being ineligible for taking dual credit classes as a high school student, and if you're a senior or current college student, it can result in you being placed into remedial coursework in college. The test is untimed, and if you receive accommodations through SPED or 504, you may be eligible to receive some or most of those accommodations on the TSI test. So what is a passing score on the TSI? For the TSI English Language Arts and Reading, there are three separate scores: the multiple choice, essay, and potentially the diagnostic level. If you score a 945 on the multiple choice and a 5 on the essay, then you've passed the English Language Arts and Reading. If you do not score a 945 on the multiple choice on the English Language Arts and Reading, you may be asked to take a diagnostic test. If you receive a level 5 on that diagnostic test and a 5 on the essay, that's also a passing score. Math is similar, but without a separate section for essay. So math is all multiple choice. If you receive a 950 on the TSI math, you'll pass. If you don't make that 950 but go on to diagnostic test at a level 6, then you'll also pass. If you score below the passing standard, again, you'll be taken to a diagnostic session, and if you are unable to pass that diagnostic, ultimately you will retake the TSI. The TSI math consists of two separate tests, both what we call the CRC, or College Readiness Classification Test, which is the main test with 20 questions, multiple choice. If you're not successful on the TSI math, then you'll be asked to take the diagnostic test. That consists of 48 questions. Just because you're given the diagnostic test doesn't mean you'll fail the TSI. So the diagnostic test will give you another option to pass the TSI. English is similar, but with a separate essay. So the English will consist of the multiple choice CRC, which is 30 questions, a 5-paragraph essay, and then a 48-question diagnostic test if you are unable to pass the multiple choice or essay section of the TSI. Again, just because you're given the diagnostic test does not mean you will fail the TSI. Your score on those 48 questions may determine a passing score. When you finish the TSI, you will receive a TSI placement score automatically. So you'll automatically know whether you passed or failed. If you pass, you're free to take dual credit classes. If you do not pass, you will test again. On the English Language Arts test, if you pass the multiple choice but fail the essay, you'll only take the essay. That applies if you fail the essay or pass the essay but fail the multiple choice. You'll only take the multiple choice next time. There is no limit on the amount of retests you can take, but typically we will require you do some preparation between retests. If you'd like to find sample questions, the link below may be helpful in finding sample questions. If you aren't able to pass, we'll have many resources for you here in the ECHS. So we'll have after-school TSI tutoring, TSI Saturdays. We'll offer some TSI computer-assisted classes and resources, as well as individual planning for students who are unable to pass the TSI. A big question is, will my classes change if I don't pass the TSI? If you are unable to pass all parts of the TSI, it's true, you may miss out on some opportunities to take dual credit classes. Also be aware that some classes only require you to pass one section of the TSI, while others require you to pass all sections. Ultimately, if you don't pass the TSI in your entire time in high school, you may be required to take developmental classes in college. Now that you've got some information about the TSI, you'll go to the link for the Google form below to answer the following questions. Please answer as to these statements to indicate that you are now prepared to take the TSI.